Call order the Paintsville Lake Historical Association regular meeting Monday, February the 17th. Occasion Country Music Highway Museum. Call order.
Jerry Daniel.
Here.
Kay Hall. Connie Bays. Here. Adam Priest.
Here.
Andrea Dixon.
Here.
Chase Cottle. Mike Short.
If need approval of the minutes from the last regular meeting of January 20th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting on January 20th.
All in favor? Opposed? I guess next approval of minutes of special call meeting for February the 3rd, 2020.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the special call meeting on February 3rd.
Second.
All in favor? Next is approval of financial reports and payment of bills for January 2020.
Second.
All in favor? Next is the update on the home place special.
All right, we've been continuing to work to get ready for the season. When I typed my notes, we had our first wedding a little over 3 weeks. They went actually canceled. Our first one is actually March 28th, so we're about 5 weeks out from our first wedding. We got some gravel on the path now from the walkway to the church because that was just pure swamp, so that's ready to go now for the weddings. We've been cleaning up around the farm some. We worked this past week on, got all the ditch lines cleaned up from all the rain, the leaves, kind of had everything stopped up with sticks and twigs and stuff. So all those are cleaned out now. We met about the gospel show. I gave everybody a flyer about Praising the Pines. It's going to be May 16th starting at noon. That's at the amphitheater. And then our reminder about our Easter egg hunt's coming up on Saturday, April 4th. We've got 15,000 eggs. And ordered the candy today, so we're going to start stepping next week.
Yes, commissioners' comments? Anything? Andrew?
Nope.
Connie? Adam?
Don't give them all these good paper minutes.
I remember
These
that.
are good.
Nothing. I guess motion to adjourn then.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Yes, call order the Paintsville Tourism Commission regular meeting for Monday, February 17th, 2020, at the Music Highway Museum. Roll call.
Jerry Daniel.
Here.
Kay Hall. Connie Bays. Here. Adam Priest.
Here.
Andrea Dixon.
Here.
Chase Cottle. Mike Short.
Right, first is approval of minutes of the regular meeting for January 20, 2020.
Make a motion to approval of minutes of regular meeting, January 20, 2020.
I'll second.
All in favor? Next, approval of financial reports and payment of bills for January 2020.
Motion to approve financial reports and payment for bills for January 2020.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next, approval of minutes for Kentucky Country Music Highway Museum reports and payment of bills for January 2020.
I'll make a motion to approve the financial reports and payments of bills for January 2020 Country Music Highway Museum.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next, looks like old business. No old business. New business.
Okay, we got to change the layout of the new business. First thing will be the transfer of the bus.
Now? Yeah. Okay. Transfer the bus, okay. Looks like disposition or surplus property. Okay, anyway, since we're wanting to surplus the 2008 Ford Starlight bus, we don't use it. The bus just sits there and not used. It'd be best used to transfer this to the Paintsville Utilities Commission for their needs. Motion needs to transfer without compensation to the Paintsville Utilities. as authorized by KRS 82.083.
So we use the bus?
Yeah, we don't use it anymore.
Yeah, that's it. But it's full bus?
No, like a Sandy Valley.
Really?
Like a
It's an
van
old
bus.
Sandy Valley bus.
One little sort of like bus.
How much
Ideas.
Do you need a motion
To transfer
to
it?
transfer? I make a motion we transfer
Okay, I'll second.
Bob.
All in favor?
Oh,
Opposed? Getting rid of that.
All right,
How do we do it?
we've had it for a while. All right, next thing, discussion of seasonal help. As y'all know, it's almost prime season again. You know, the farm will open back up April 1st. Travel season kicks in officially April, and we've reached the point. Our next board meeting, the way it falls, is a little over halfway through March, so I wanted to go ahead and make sure everybody's in agreement to let me bring back some seasonal help to help out the Mountain Home Place. I'd like to go ahead and try to bring some people back because there is some maintenance stuff that I'm probably not, just me, myself, I'm not going to have time to get done before we open April 1st. But I have got a lot of it done.
You'll need
trying to grab one, all that.
Anybody know?
There are a few people. Daryl that used to work for us, I seen him last week. He wants to come back. He left us and went to Walmart. He don't like working inside. He does have the history and he does have the knowledge of it. He was good with animals. I think he'd be a good fit for it because he's got the, wouldn't have to totally retrain a new individual. But I'd like to go ahead and start now and not us be scrambling at the 1st of April trying to find people. So we've got people in place when we're ready to open. So, that's,
You need someone for inside too?
I've still got Myra. I don't know yet what we'll need. I know we're going to need at least 3 people. We'll just have to wait and see. We've got a lot of weddings, but do you remember how we but
No, Friday. But most of the Saturdays are taken starting next month.
so, and that's a huge undertaking with moving the benches from the church to the flat and back and flipping the reception hall. It's not that it's hard, it's just, it's time consuming.
How did the choir get? Who's your choir, was it?
Went really good. I was our Thursday night. They had a good turnout. She was tickled to death. The middle school went good too. They didn't get done till like 10:30 Thursday night. And they got done a little earlier Friday night with the middle school, but it went really good. The kids enjoyed it. So,
Main Street stacked up the cars on Friday night. It was all the way down through there, both sides, there was a bunch of cars.
so. Is everybody in agreement?
Yeah, do we need to make a motion or
Please.
make a motion to hire seasonal help as needed?
All in favor? Opposed?
Okay. Next, I had discussion museum upgrades, but it's actually a little more than that. So we have a lot of upkeep that needs to be done. Like for example, new dance floor, new stage, new lighting here. Out at the Stafford House, there is some things that need fixed. The porches need fixed. We need gutters. Some painting that needs done. Of course, landscaping needs done. Landscaping here. And of course, out at the Mountain Home Place, there's some things that need to be done out there as well. The parking lot's got to be resurfaced or sealed. Staying in the amphitheater. There's just a lot of upkeep and maintenance that needs to be done. And I think right now would be prime time to get it done before we get wide open, especially out here in the farm, because starting in April, we're pretty much booked on Saturdays with weddings and receptions and that type of stuff. So I looked at the budget. This kind of ties into the amendment to the budget too. I looked at the budget, and I actually, when we put the budget together for this fiscal year, we actually underestimated our income. So I got to looking at it and maneuvered and looked. We actually under budgeted ourselves about $66,000. About $6,000 of that was motel and about $60,000 in restaurant. revenue. And then I try to disperse that according to where we need some of this upgrades, the lighting and stuff, and the disbursement of that. The best I could see fit for us was $20,000 towards things here at the museum for the dance floor and the lighting and the stage and that type of stuff. $25,000 to put towards the Stafford House, and then $21,000 to put towards the Mountain Home Place for maintenance. I'm not saying it's going to cost all that, but this is just a good starting point to even up not only the budget, but to make it more transparent with our revenue versus expenses. So, if everybody's in agreement with that, or if we need to change anything, but I'll have to be able to amend the budget to fix this. What's everybody's thought?
I know we need lighter stage, cause that thing's heavy, you gotta move it out here and then we take it downtown sometimes, it's a killer.
It is. Well, and not only that, it's starting to crack.
Yeah.
Certain places, it's old. To my knowledge, it's been here since it was started, just like this dance floor.
The same size stage and same size dance floor.
Dance floor, I like to get a little bit bigger. Just because, especially in the summertime out here, it's not big enough. But is everybody okay with that? Somebody make a motion and a second for me to amend the budget to fix the income and expense side for this, please.
Trying to remember how to phrase all that. Make a motion.
You want to read my sheet?
Yeah. Where are we at, John?
Need a motion to amend the budget
I'll make a motion to amend the budget.
on the income side and read off each line. 6,000 motel,
To add income of $6,000 to motels, $60,000 to restaurant, for a total of $66,000.
and then on the expense side, and then read each line out. It's in red.
For the expenses, $20,000 to the Country Music Highway Museum, $25,000 to the Stafford House maintenance, and $21,000 to Mountain Home Place maintenance.
Isn't that including the income for the air conditioning?
That's already done.
Right?
That's going to be a method.
You got heat now.
Yes, ma'am. All right, I made a motion.
Need a second.
Go ahead, second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Opposed? Next, you got, is that all of them? That's all of them. I guess you got to report, I don't know if that's part of it or not.
No.
Okay.
So the installation of the heat and air at the Stafford House is completed. Since our last meeting, we attended the Jenny Wiley Bridal Show on February 2nd. We set up and we promoted all of our facilities. It went really good. We had some people that came by that's actually already booked with us. That's going to get married later on in the year. So they went really good. That was at the Jenny Wiley Lodge. We had the Johnson Central High School and Middle School choirs shows at the SIP this past week. Also, we had Pretty Woman on Saturday at the SIP. We had right at 18 people that came for that movie. So that's pretty good. We attended the show in Florida. There was over 300 exhibitors there. It went really good. We had a lot of positive feedback. Of course, that generation is always, the hot topic is Butcher Holler. We've got I see a lot of good, positive hopefuls. I will be doing follow-ups. Everybody is really interested, of course, is doing Butcher Holler. Everybody got a copy of our sample itinerary, which is fully customizable, where they're here Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and leave Sunday. And it includes everything. They'd stay at the Ramada, come in here, Mountain Home Place, Butcher Holler, Van Lair Coal Miner Museum. If a show's playing, they could catch a show at the SIP. We just tried to include everything. And then a couple of them, when we talked with them, they had interest in like a brewery. So, we recommended Pineville. They've got the Dueling Barrels and they've got that going. We made sure that there's plenty to do if they want to venture to Prestonburg or Pineville or whichever way. But it went really good. And I didn't want to come back because the weather was awesome. But they went really good. But over the next few months, I'll be following up with those. Something else we've already done is we have stuffed and sent out Mountain Home Place for the school groups. for that because school will be out before long. And last year, we had a lot of groups that came, and we're hoping to have groups again, learn about planning, seeing the bee exhibit, learning about life on the farm, and then, of course, we've already got scheduled for pumpkin patch because they really enjoyed the pumpkin patch. So that's what we've been working on since our last meeting. That's what I got.
Yeah. Any executive session? Nothing. Commissioners' comments?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.